sorry if you can hear the fan. It's really hot in here and I didn't want to catch heat stroke and die. So yesterday I posted a poll, questions on my Instagram story where people could ask me any question, no holds barred. I didn't get any like really fun no holds barred ones, but there are a couple that I gotta answer honestly. So here I go. They're in no particular order. They're just, in fact, they're gonna be in the order that they came in, like the order they're in chronological order. We have a word for that. The very first question I got is, what's your biggest issue with how karate is run practically in North America? Good, we're starting with the karate questions. Just alienate that audience that doesn't like that right away. I promise, not any of the other questions are about karate. My biggest issue is probably the worshipping of the tradition of it and the feeling like you're unable to iterate because you'll be shunned out by the rest of the community. Looking up to those older guys in Japan and being like, wow, they know everything. And then we should never change the things that were invented 100 years ago. Imagine if we thought like that for other industries. That's stupid. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? Probably 100 duck-sized horses. Like, what do horses do? They kick, right? That's their big thing. And the only reason that their kick is so dangerous is because they're so big. So you get 100 duck-sized horses, you can just keep punting those bad boys as they come at you. Go down a narrow hallway, they can't get you. Your mother wants to know why you never call. My mom didn't post that question. I'm a millennial. I don't use call, I use texts. Where's the camera in the dojo? While I could have said, oh, the one in the toilet and the one in the change rooms, I'm not gonna say that because it's not true. There are 0 cameras in the dojo except for the ones that people bring in. Okay? What is something everyone else looks stupid doing? And this is one that I want to talk about for a long time. Running. Everybody looks ridiculous when they run. I started running last year in the summer, just for the summer, and I thought I would look ridiculous the way I ran. And I was so embarrassed to go out, but I was like, whatever, man. And then I watched Casey Neistat and an Olympian go running, and I was like, oh, they look like dweebs too. It's not that they look like dweebs, it's nobody looks like a dweeb because everybody runs like that. An Olympic runner ran like a little, oh, it just looks so silly. But it's whatever works for you, man. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest? Do you mean rudest like impolite? Like they don't say please and thank you? Or rudest like they keep talking about buttholes and stuff? Rudest, impolite is probably cats. They don't care about anybody. Rudest about buttholes and stuff. I don't know. Probably like a silly animal, like an animal that looks like it'd be a bit of a class clown. It's either naked mole rats or just regular moles or something that when they dig, they use their teeth, and instead of like grabbing and moving the dirt out of the way, they just eat the dirt and poop it out the other side as they're going through. It's that one. Whatever animal does that, that's the rudest animal. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Tacos, hot dogs, hamburgers, regular sandwiches, they're all in kind of the sandwich family, I think, but I think a hot dog is more closely related to a taco or a burrito than to a typical sandwich. It's got bread, but you hold it sideways. It might be like right in the middle. Like if a taco is here and a sandwich is here, it's probably in this area, okay? Is cereal soup? No. Cereal is a salad, and milk is the dressing that goes on top. What's your biggest dream / goal? Biggest dream / goal? I could say something all like, oh, I want a lot of money, or oh, I want to live a happy life before I die. It's hard to say. I'm pretty young, and I think I don't have any like end aspirations really other than making it and like living happily. You know, if I had a family, I'd want to have a happy family. I guess probably my biggest goal is to just not be bogged down by the difficulty of life and the sometimes painfulness of life at times. It's the sometimes painfulness of life at times. If you were arrested with no explanation, what would everyone think you'd done? I don't know. I make a lot of meth jokes. What they don't know is I'm actually not joking. And so someone will probably just catch me with meth one day. I don't do meth. What body part do you wish you could detach and why? Well, I'm left-handed, so I'd probably want to be able to like take my right arm off and hit you with it or something. Or like take my eyeball out. Since we're just going to a realm where I can take body parts off, the eye still works. And I can just like put it down, and then I can see when I'm not around my eyeball. I could like look around corners with my eyeball, pop that out, pop that back in. That would be cool. How many dicks can you fit in your mouth? I don't know anybody named Richard, and as far as I can tell, most people are too big for me to fit in my mouth, so I'm gonna go with, if I was gonna eat a guy named Richard, I could probably eat like an arm or something, but even then, it's gross, so I'm gonna say 0. I'm gonna say 0 dicks. Don't tell me what to do. It was a request. You didn't have to answer, but you did anyway. I just put out an open call for questions, and then you thought I was telling you what to do, and then you answered anyway. So who's the real loser here? This is a nice one. What helps you think positively and be confident in yourself? This was asked by the same person who asked how many Richards I can fit in my mouth. What helps me think positively? I get down on myself a lot. Probably the biggest thing I do to stay positive is just realize that lots of other people do the thing the way I do the thing, and I have no need to be embarrassed or feel downtrodden by my experience. You just gotta think like everybody deals with bumps in the road all the time. It's not just you, it's not just me. Don't feel bad. Okay, so this is the only question this person asked, and it is pretty personal, but I said no holds barred, so let's do it, dude. How come you dropped off the face of the earth when you were dating that girl in high school? I dated a few girls in high school, but there's the one. I dropped off the face of the earth because that girl was abusive, man. She clearly had what looked to me like some kind of mental illness. She had home issues, and she was pretty bad to me, so I worshipped her when I shouldn't have. I was young, I was silly. I don't know, I'm not really bothered by it anymore. It stressed me out a lot at the time, and it stressed my family out a lot at the time, but I'm not sitting here like, if only I'd never done that. If anything, I just know how to be more resolute in my decisions in a relationship, and more cautious of other people. How are you? I'm good. I'm really warm. What is your favorite movie? Like, there are really good quality movies out there, movies that are really well put together that I admire for those reasons, like Shawshank Redemption. It's based on a book, but it was really excellently done. And then there are movies that are popular but aren't good, like Avatar. Technologically impressive, but kind of bland. I think for favorites of things, you should go by the experience you had. So who you went with, how good of a time you had, what was the reason you went. So favorite movie in that regard, I don't know. The first Avengers movie has got to be like my favorite as far as movie going experiences. We went on opening day, which is the only time I've ever done opening day for a movie like that, for good reason too. The lineup was halfway through the parking lot, and then we got in and we did our tickets and we got our concession and whatever, and then the lineup to get your ticket ripped to go into the theater was out the door. It was just we planned it for a few days, we had this big lineup, it was a whole thing, the theater was packed, everybody got to enjoy this for the first time. It was pretty awesome. I liked it a lot. What is your favorite color and why? This is probably, I like blue. My glasses are mostly blue, my shirt right now is mostly blue. It's been shown to be psychoactively calming. I don't know if psychoactively is the right word to use there. It's not LSD. It's interesting because it's not natural, really. Like, blueberries aren't blue. They're like deep purple. And that's it. That was all the questions I got. I have a private Instagram, so I mean, like, not very many people replied. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. So I definitely want to do that again. If you want to be a part of it, you can follow me at this doodle here. Don't forget to subscribe, even though it's meaningless, and dingle-lingle the bingle-lingle. Do that so that you'll be sometimes notified when I make an average quality video.